A very good day, everybody. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Irma Rahmawati. In very this special event, I would like to deliver our research program result. Uh, and let me share our presentation. Entitled Driving SMS or Small Medium Enterprises Towards Sustainable Development Goal or SDGs, Power, Legal Protection, and a Sustainable Future uh, from Universitas Padjadjaran, Bandung, Indonesia, and here with Irma Mamati and my colleague Caca Suryana. Let me introduce our background of the research that Indonesia context and between SMES and SDGs. As we know that SMES is our economic backbone, by they have sustainability challenge, so they need collaborative effort uh, between government, private sector, and NGOs. And the crucial of why the SMEs need SDGs because of the innovation, adaptability, sustainable practices, and economic impact. And by they have challenges faces by uh, SMEs uh, in SDG implementation due to limited financial resources and lack of awareness and technical expertise gap and policy support. We have the paradox of small medium enterprises impact on SDGs. First, for the individual impact, SMEs may have limited individual impact on SDGs due to the size of the business and resources constraint. But for the collective influence, uh, the SDGs is very substantial, forming the backbone of the economic and representing a significant portion of a global economic activity and employment. So the we have to empowering SMPS for sustainable development with the collective effort, access of to financial and capacity building. We have the case study of two SMEs, first for the batik industry and the third from the coffee SMEs. For the batik industry, as we know that batik is a cultural heritage, Indonesian cultural heritage recognized by UNESCO. Uh, and but a significant part of Indonesian cultural heritage. But we have environmental challenge for the batik production that contributes to power pollution through its dyeing process. So we have to sustainable solution since the batik uh, industry needs the balancing tradition and sustainability. Batik challenge have the faces the environmental challenge due to the use of synthetic dyes and excessive resources consumption. And the opportunities, there are a growing awareness of the importance of natural material in sustainable textile production. Shifting the eco-friendly batik production aligns to SDGs number 6, clean and water sanitation. And the second case for the coffee industry and SDGs, as we know that the coffee industry in Indonesia have a growing trend, and they are expanding rapidly in Indonesia and abroad to changing lifestyle patterns and attracting younger demographic. They have a diverse market. The coffee industry spans various categories from premium shop to middle range and traditional street vendor. So they have to innovation for increasing competition demands constant innovation and adapting from coffee shop owner. Uh, the most important, they have to increase their intellectual property rights for the legal protection because each coffee SMS have the unique identities, and so they need to prevent uh, imitation by a competitor. They have to sustainability the business, so the intellectual property rights can contribute the long-term sustainability, and they have to drive the innovation because the intellectual property encourages innovation, creativity, and key factor in achieving SDGs. So the legal protection of SME protection in Indonesia based on trademark law, free trade area, and domestic industry protection. And for the research methodology, we have approach methodology with descriptive uh, qualitative research type. And for the method, we have status approach, a comparative law approach, and conceptual approach. For data collection, we have primary and secondary data through the library research and the analysis made by qualitative analytics. Uh, for the discussion, we need the sustainable development goal since the SDGs are a universal call to action to end the poverty and protect the planet and so on. But in Indonesia, the SDGs need to help UKM or SMEs, small medium Indonesia's economy, since they help reduce poverty to job creation and economic growth, especially for women, youth, and vulnerable groups. Uh, for batik industry, as I mentioned before, that they have environmental challenge. So we can see in the picture how the batik industry pollute the river surrounding them. So traditionally, batik use the national dyes, which were environmentally friendly but time consuming. So to foster the industry, they have synthetic dyes introduction. Uh, to and the current environmental impact, batik so significantly contributes the water pollution with synthetic dye rising COD level in river as we see in the picture. And for the environmental law and batik industry, yeah, as we mentioned before, they contribute to water pollution due to the synthetic dyes from batik production. We have to encourage the small medium enterprises that they have to pay attention with the environmental law, but we have struggle challenges to regulate small scale batik producer effectively, leading to continued pollution issues. So we need the consumer awareness. It means we have to encourage the SME as to product the affordable batik offer eco-friendly option. And SDGs and batik industry have to clear and water sanitation. It related to SDG number 6 and the batik industry impact. The synthetic dyes pollute river, making access to clean water difficult, health implication. So they need the suitable, sustainable solution. Uh, because Indonesia have ratified the International Environment Agreement since Rio Declaration, WTO, and many uh, international environment uh, treaty. And batik eco-friendly uh, have to solution with the natural dyes revival, waste management, consumer education, and government support. And for the second case, intellectual property for small medium enterprises from copy, we have the challenge because the IPL and SDGs is very related. In the SDG number 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, and SDG number 8, decent work and economic growth, and SDG number 17 for the partnership for the goals. And challenge in intellectual property implementation for small medium enterprises that have the lack of awareness. Uh, the small medium enterprises are unaware of the importance and the process of IPR protection. So the cost, registration, and maintaining IPR can be prohibited for the small business. So they have complex procedure for IPR and time consuming for SMEs. And they have, or SMEs, they have a limited access to information about IPR and its benefit. Uh, in the case study of coffee, SMEs and IPM, they face challenge to copycat a product using similar packaging and name and market confusion. The imitation products create confusion in the market, affecting genuine uh, producer, and so they have the economic impact to loss of sale and brand value due to counterfeit products. So the IPR is the one solution implementing to strong IPR protection to safeguard unique coffee products and brand. Um, Promoting IPR awareness to MKN need the education program, simplify procedure, financial support, and ongoing assistance. And the future sustainable small medium enterprises, we have to encourage the eco-friendly production, sustainable agriculture, and protected innovation. For both of them, batik and um, coffee. So the conclusion, this is the environmental responsibility to encourage batik to adopt eco-friendly practices aligned with the SDGs, particularly focusing on water conservation and pollution reduction. And for the copy, we have the to IPR awareness to promote understanding and implementation of the intellectual property rights among small medium enterprises to protect innovation, support sustainable growth. And so we have the government support to the uh, procedure and cost and Further, we have the collaborative effort with fostering partnership between SMEs, government agency, and international organization to achieving SDGs while preserving cultural heritage. Thank you very much for the attention. We look forward for your next attention. Thank you.